Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Hey, look at the chat. We've got fans. We have top fans. It looks like some of our bigger fans now have crowns next to their names. Pretty cool. Thanks to YouTube for adding that. How's everybody doing this morning? Let's get some W's in the chat because we're going to be winning again today, aren't we? Aren't we? Take a look at this. I got a couple of images that I want to show you here. I'm going to pop up a couple of images for you. Then I'm going to show you first thing. Look, what would he got? We already got a lot of people in here. This is a nice morning. We already got 500 people in here. Alrighty, I got my coffee, so I'm going to be excitable. I won 2 trades in a row. After we had our 11 win streak broken yesterday, we won 2 trades in a row on oil. It was the first time we ever traded oil. Everyone was very happy. My win rate on stream has been 83% with trades only I've taken on stream, which is an insane win rate. And this is not financial advice, and those results are not typical. Most traders lose money. Let's go to cam number 1. What do we got on here? We got a chart on here. How's everybody doing this morning? Is this your favorite camera angle? I'm just happy that you're here with me this morning. I love trading. I love trading with you, and I hope you love trading with Pat. Where's Pat? There's my headphones. Let's put those out of the way. What do we got here with this camera? Camera's falling down. Hey, yes, everybody, please give that like button a smash for me. We're looking at an empty chart right now. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Everything's got to load up here. There we go. There we've got a chart. Let's go to TWP. Let's check out my stream. Had a little bit of a gold win this morning in VIP. Bit of an easy one. Sadly got hit at break even on this one after we hit TP1. This thing is still going up, so really got the direction right. Was a quick scalp here. I got the win, and then I hit break even with the new trade copier in VIP. So a nice gold trade this morning, just a small move. You could see that in the gold room right here, just 333 pips, a quick one. The free trade kind of went sideways on us. I lost the free trade. It was going in my direction, and then you can see right here there was some news that came out of nowhere. We didn't expect that, and that kind of crushed our trade, sadly. Sorry to say. That does happen sometimes, but that was unexpected news. So this... Oh, crap. I'm on the wrong screen again. Sorry. Oh, jeez. So that was some unexpected news right here. Sorry, guys. Kind of killed the free trade. Let me go back to the VIP trade here. You could see we entered perfectly. Smashed the take profit, but you know, I got my break even hit on take profit 2. We're using the new copier, but you could see we got the direction right. Absolutely awesome stuff. Sorry everybody, I was on wrong camera. Everyone left because of that, but we're back in business right here. So got the easy win there. I was just showing you on Telegram in the gold room, just a few hundred pips. Simple. Would have hit TP2 at 3341, but I did go break even on that one. Break even isn't always the right thing to do, but you could see we would have went to 3341. Our second take profit level was about right here, so we definitely would have hit that. And look, you could see if you stayed in this trade, yoy, very good. And look at that, EMA got respected right here. Maybe that's something we're looking at this morning as I'm looking for a trade. Now I'm just gonna switch cameras just for a second right here, and I'm gonna pull some things up that I know you want to see. I've got some stuff to show you with my robot. Let me pull this up here. All right, so let me go back to the main camera now. There we go. All right, I just wanted to show you some screenshots. Where the hell did that just go? There we go. So right here, you could see this is my breakout robot. You could see my robot set the range, broke out the bottom of the range, price pushed down, and we sold. And look, we won that trade there on gold yesterday using my trading robot. How about that? My first win using the trading robot. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So that's something that I'll be providing within a couple of months. You can see the breakout EA. These are just all of the different filters. You can see the trading session is the American, so that's the New York session. We've got the news filter in there. We've got the partial close. Basically, the exact strategy that I use here in stream is available on robot, but it's going to take some time, okay, before that is released to the public. So I'm excited about that. I hope you're excited about that. That is something that we'll be providing within a couple of months so that we can use a robot and we can test it. And I'm going to have a Discord and we're all going to be in that Discord. I want to be like you too. Anus. I hope I said that right. Oh, thank you for all the like buttons. I don't know if I can get a testing version yet, maybe in the future. I do not do mentorship, but you know, this is mentorship right here. If you're watching me trade, I don't know what other mentorship people would want. Yes, is gold going to bounce off of this EMA again? Look, we used this EMA once. We know it's valid. It's bouncing off of that level again right there. Maybe we'll have some gold buys today. I already had a gold buy this morning. Let's go ahead to that gold chart. This is what I'm looking at. You can see I have a level of demand marked right here. But let's go ahead and for the newer viewers or for the older viewers, let's do a little bit of a discussion of what we're doing, okay? We're gonna do our strategy today. All right, let's go over here. Let's scroll over here. So right now, it's, what time is it? 9:40? Why I don't have a clock anywhere here? Yeah, so it's about 9:40. We got about 5 minutes. So you can see at 9:30 a.m. I'm on the 15-minute time frame. This candle is going up, it's going down, blah blah blah. You know, during that time we have a candle high, this wick, candle low, this wick. That creates our range top and our range bottom. That creates our opening range for the day. Then we're monitoring that range on the 5-minute time frame. Price is pushing up and down during that range. Then we want to see the price break through the top of the range and close, or out the bottom of the range and close. That's going to tell us if we're going to buy or if we're going to sell. Then we're going to come over to our discretionary entry. Generally, I like to wait for a pullback, okay? There's a lot of different options here on how to enter a trade. All of those are in my trading robot, so you can pick the ones you like when that robot is released in a couple of months. Now, we do have the pullback right here, an example trade. Let's say to an FVG, I like that pullback, set my stop loss down here, set my take profit and my break even right there, and then we come all the way up, let that thing ride, we hit a take profit too, and that's it. But obviously there's more to it. As you'll see, there's areas where we like taking trades, right? Maybe support zone, at the midline, a fair value gap. You know, there's different things we're looking for, but that's a strategy. That's what we're looking at, and we'll be getting into a trade very, very soon this morning. As you can see, I'm on the 5-minute time frame right now. If we're looking at gold, you can see we have the top of the range created, we have the bottom of the range created, but it's not done yet because it is not 9:45 yet. It's 9:41, so this range will be created at that time, and then I'll be waiting for probably a break out the top of that range. Maybe I'll be waiting for a pullback back to this EMA. Maybe that's something that I like. Maybe that's where I enter a trade, and then we make some mool. Obviously, that's what I'm looking for this morning, and we'll be looking at a bunch of pairs. Yesterday, we did this on US oil, so let's go ahead and break down what happened exactly on US oil. So I had a good level right here, right? This was a resistance level right here, and so that was a level that I liked, right? And then this level, I figured as we broke through it, would retest as support. And so I gave 2 trades yesterday on this. Let's go ahead and put the settings up on the chart here. I show my historical data, and there is the orb that I was just showing you, right? So we had the range high, right, created right there, and the range low created right there. That's the yellow lines. We had the price break out the top and close right there, and then we had a pullback, right? I want that pullback to where I decided to enter. I decided to enter around here. Why? Because yeah, there's a little bit of support right here, just above the other support level. Now I could have entered right at the support level. You know, that would have been a better entry, but it was fine. We were in drawdown for about 1, 2, 3 candles, and then this candle shot all the way up and smashed my take profit 1. At that point, it was just at the top of the range right here. I targeted the top of the range because I like to see the range get respected, right? So targeted there, won the trade, then came back, hit my break even, okay? Break even. Then I saw another pullback, right? And this was a deep pullback, and so this was kind of outside of the strategy, but I was still bullish on the day. And you could see we had our EMA right there. So I decided I would enter this trade at that EMA. You know, we got a huge pullback. I thought price was going to be exhausted, and I was right. You could see we got into the trade in drawdown for only a little bit here. Then we pushed way up on 2 candles, smashing my take profit. I got out of take profit 1 on the first candle, got out of take profit 2 on the second candle, and I was out of the trade. 2 wins in a row on oil, bringing us to 25 and 5 on live stream, which I believe is an 83.3% win rate. Now that is not a typical result, and what I'm doing here is not financial advice, so be careful and don't copy my trades. And I got a coffee going today, baby. And yesterday I went and saw the mansion. I was at the mansion yesterday. Let's go ahead and take a look at my Instagram. Follow me while you're at it. 59.7. Let's give it a refresh. Are we up? 59.8. Someone followed me. Thank you, people, for all the follows. At FX Trade with Pat. Let's go ahead and take a look at my stories today. Ooh, how about that story? Look, I'm figuring out how to use ChatGPT. Seen by 1,400 people. That's nice. Got a lot of likes on that story. You can see 25 and 5 all time on stream. 2-0 on stream today. Obviously, that was about yesterday. Hopefully today we can do the same thing. Now, then I went to my mansion. Ooh, baby. Look, we got the roof over here. They're starting on the roof. They got the paneling ready here. They're going to put panels on the side right there. It's going to be gorgeous. Take a look at the mansion. It was a nice sunny day yesterday. Brought my parents to check it out. And my parents were really happy with it. My dad was struggling to get up some of the stairs. Too bad. But that's how it looks. So feel free to give me a follow on Instagram. Hopefully we get some VIP winners. The only people who can win VIP are the people that follow me on Instagram. And while you're at it, please do give me a follow on Twitter. You can see on Twitter I also update these things, show you the pictures and stuff like that. So the content is usually a little bit different on both. If you like to see it, you like to see it. We got to get into some trades though. We got some stuff to do, don't we? I think there's a chance we'll trade oil again. I think we had a great day on oil yesterday. Let's just see what's going on. Take that historical data off. Let's reset that chart view and see what's going. Hey, how about that? That's a strong level of demand, isn't it? Right there. I don't like how I can't touch these boxes anymore. So we got a strong level of demand right here. Price is touching into that level, right? So what do we want to see? Some people are just going to be in this trade already. But we have our orb. So right here, right here. I'm going to want to see a break out the top. And what do I want to see? I want to see that candle close. And then I want to see a pullback to my level of demand where I'm going to enter the trade. I'll probably hit TP1 right here, set break even, then go hit TP2 all the way up there. Or if there's an FVG or something, you know, maybe an FVG like there, we get TP2 right there. And that could be another oil trade today. If you don't have oil, if you don't know where oil is on your app, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to drag my market watch onto the screen. There's my market watch right there. And you can see, right click in your market watch, click show all, and you'll have Your oil somewhere around here. I was just on top of it. USO USD. That is your oil right there. And that maybe is something that I'll be trading today. But I also have a couple more pairs to look at. All right, I've got more pairs to look at. I have a Euro USD that I want to look at. Could have a buy here. Now we are trading below this line. Okay, so it's not a perfect trade, right? We are below this line, but we do have pretty strong level there, right? Getting respected here, had a big push out of this area. Look, that would have been a demand trade already, right? Always looking at those demand levels. You know I love a good demand level. Could have got in at this demand level right there, and you already would have had yourself a really nice win this morning. I had no warm-up trade, so I'm not warm, but that's okay. No Nasdaq warm trade. All right, let's take a look at gold for the people going crazy for gold. Actually, your CAD first. Your CAD's another setup here. Could get a break out of this level right there. Decent setup, right? Got a little bit of a level right there that's holding. Resistance, support, decent. Would have to see a break of the trend line, right? Break of the trend line and a close, and then a pullback to our level, and then we're making move. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at gold. 1,200 people in here. Everyone always waits till after 9:45 because they want to see me trade. On gold, I was looking for a buy. Why? Because I had my level of demand right here. I got my EMA right here. I'm going to need to wait for a close, right? Range high, range low. I need to see the price close out the top. Close. That's what I'm interested in right now. Not interested in a close out the bottom. Maybe my robot will take a close out the bottom. I'll take a look at GBP USD for you, of course, as I look for trading opportunities this morning. Holy crap, GU has fallen off of a cliff here, and we are at a level of support right here. This is major price exhaustion. I think we could get a reaction off of this level here. So I would need to see a break out the top of this range right here. Get my trend lazy going. Not the best trend line. Decent trend line, not the best trend line. Something like that. Touch, break, close, pull back, enter, mool. Hopefully. I don't really trade the London session too much. Sometimes I'll warm up in the London session before my stream. Sometimes. How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We got 1,250 people in here. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. We're going to get ourselves into some trades this morning. Well, I'm going to get myself into some trades. Don't copy. This is not financial advice. Education, entertainment only. I love you. Hi, Austin. My lovely son. Shout out to Maria. Estrella. Shout out to Joe. Ahmed. Trader Caesar. John J. Happy to see everybody. Thanks for all of those likes. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some other assets for you. Here we are breaking out on NQ. Should we get a quick win on NQ here? We're breaking above the EMA. Maybe we buy here. Now the problem is, if we look, this is my kind of resistance level right there. We're kind of at that resistance level. Is that a great resistance level? No, but is it a resistance level that could hold? Absolutely. So I would need to have more of a pullback entry on NQ this morning. Where is a level that I like? What's a level that I like? All right, we need to find something. Is this a level? Mid-range. Got a good reaction off the mid-range right here as resistance. got a little reaction off of it right here as support on that wick right there. So maybe that would be my entry for a long. Now the problem is if we do range Fibonacci, so we could even go low to high here. You could see I like to enter below 50% at a discount, and we aren't getting that here. So this would be probably a C plus setup, but I kind of want to take it. Yeah, most of my videos have been removed, and there's new videos coming. If there's any video that you want to see me do, feel free to say, hey Pat, I remember this video on X topic. Shoot me a message on Instagram, and I'll try to remember what that video was and shoot a new one that's easier to see. Also, I do have a new video coming out soon. Let's go ahead and see that. I can pull that up for you right here. Look at this. This is actually the editing thing here. You can see I got that at ultra speed or whatever. But gonna be a fun video. As you can see, I've got some funny stuff here. Gonna be going through some of my indicators that I use. You can see here going through the strategy and the indicator. So this video will be coming out in a couple of days. I gotta edit it and get this thing ready. All right. Just thought you might be interested in seeing that, as I'm interested in showing it to you. All right. Am I looking for a pullback here? Maybe. What does someone want me to look at? EJ? Let me take a look at EJ for you. What was I also looking at? Where's my EJ? EJ's right here. EJ is at the EMA, and we've been trading mostly above that EMA. So, you know, was this just like a huge liquidity grab right here below the EMA? And are we going to trade above the EMA? Possibly. I would be looking at this area right here. This is a support area. So that is a decent area right there. You know, you'd have to just say caution to the wind and ignore this right here. Obviously, it could trade back down, but I think I would trade above today. So if I have my range high and range low here, on EJ, I'd be waiting for a candle close above. Probably a pullback to this level of support. Look, 1, 2, 3 holds. EMA also at that level holding. So pretty good opportunity there on EJ. Now, do we have any breaks, people? What are we going? Do we have any breaks? GBP CHF. I don't really. Yeah, I have a GBP CHF down here. There's nothing here for me. Look, there's no real support or resistance here on GBP CHF. I'm not going to touch this. Just fell down like crazy. You know, this could just be a bear flag, right? Price could just continue down off of this. That has no interest to me. I need better levels. Inside the orb on, let's take a look. So we broke below the level of demand that I like. I like buying gold, but you can see we have been definitely within a bit of a range right here for a while on the higher time frame. You could see our resistance and our support on the macro range, and we're kind of trading in the middle of that on gold right now. Nothing there that I see too crazy that I'm interested in. US dollar Swiss franc here got a decent reaction off of this zone that I highlighted here. We are breaking out at the top here. This could provide a pullback entry to something like this. That's decent. If we take a look at our support right here. So we are at a support and probably the resistance level right here. So it's a small range. Our macro range is quite small, and our macro range is actually about the same size as our micro range, right? I call the outside range macro, my support, my resistance and my support, that's the macro. And then the micro range is what I call the open range low and the open range high right here. Okay, so that's my micro range, and the micro range and the macro range here is pretty much exactly the same. So you can see we are trading within this level. We have come out the top a little bit, come out the bottom a little bit, but I would expect price to stay within that range. Yes, let's go ahead and take a look at NQ. I am entering this trade shortly. I have a limit set. I'm going to try this for my first trade of the day. Now, I'm telling you, this is not the best trade. This is a C+. Why? Look, based on my micro and macro range, you can see here, if I take a look at the micro to the macro range, on the range itself, we're at about, we're close to the 50%, but we are not below 50%. You can see right here, sorry. We wanted that price to be, kind of below 50%. It's not. Look, we're getting a reaction off the top of the range. That's frequently a nice little retest area on Nasdaq, I noticed. Maybe something I use in my trading robot. My Fibonacci settings here, you can take a look. I'll also be having a video on that soon. Fibonacci settings, go ahead and take a look. 0, 0.5, 1, 0, 0, 7.6. I don't think I need 2 zeros, do I? And then I have the template for my extension as well. That will be in my next video coming out probably tomorrow, maybe after the stream. All right, let's see what we can get here. Not the best setup, but let's see if we could get something here. Just to get the party started. Do I love this trade? No. Should you take this trade? No. Should I take this trade? Definitely. UJ? Sure. Take a look at UJ for you. UJ. Resistance top. Support. I guess this is your support here. That's it. So you want to see break out the top of our range, candle close, respect resistance, pull back to support, enter. That's what I would be doing right there, right? We've got a pretty clear range set up, not bad. Above the EMA, not bad. Let me take a look at my NQ, waiting for a pullback here. This candle's gonna come to my entry, and then maybe we're gonna fire ourselves into the first trade of the day. Bit of a Nasdaq trade. Again, this is probably a C+ setup. Why? We don't have all of the things that we want here. We're buying from the middle of the range, which I don't like. I like to buy from the support. So it is what it is. Now, this is a minor support, so this could hold, and if we're scalping, we could be fine on that one. But, just taking a bit of a risk here. Took some risks on oil yesterday that paid off. My robot already won a Nasdaq trade. Yeah, so I'm testing the robot out. You can see here, my robot right there got out of the range. It entered right there and then exited. So my robot already won a Nasdaq trade this morning while I was monitoring the charts. So that's going to be really exciting when we get that robot out to the community. That's going to be pretty awesome. Is my baby here? Hi. Everybody say hi to baby Naomi. Hello. Oh, where is she? There she is. The sweetest little girl. The sweetest little girl. The sweetest little girl in the whole wide world. Anything you want to say? Good job. Say, do you trade gold? Say gold. Say gold. Okay, that's it for gold. Let's get back to the charts. Lovely babies there. Hey now. Waiting for a pullback here, getting a reaction off the top of the range. Scrolling back to see why. Not sure why exactly, just I guess the range itself is enough. There's some buyers here right now. So that's one setup. What other setups do people want me to take this morning? US CAD. Thanks everybody for saying hi to Naomi. Please give a like in the channel for Naomi. She likes that. Please smash the like button for Naomi. The most beautiful member of my family and the best side profile in the world. In the hat, you can see I have a nice side profile. When the hat is off, side profile not as nice. My baby has this incredible side profile at all times. Your CHF. Let's take a look. EURCHF. Is this a trade? Is this a trade? Reacted well off here. Hi, baby. What else? Your USD. Let's take a look at your USD. We are still trading in the range on your USD. You can see we are respecting the support level right here. Could have been a decent entry, but we didn't get a break and close out the top. It would have been nice to get a pullback. Could have entered there. Didn't get that yet. Might get that soon. Let's take a look at US oil. US oil broke through the level of demand. Appears to be selling off a little bit this morning. Bit of a support level right there that it's in. Could hold and come back up, but broke out the bottom on oil. I was looking more for a breakout the top. Didn't get it, so not taking it. Let's take a look at US CAD. We're getting from one of our #1 fans, Stixie. I love these. Do you guys see the crowns, or do I only see the crowns? You guys seeing the crowns? Let me know in the chat. I think the crowns look cool. Hit SL on oil. Well, you shouldn't have taken oil. We didn't have a trade yet. There was no trade. If you were going to take a trade on oil, you would have had to have what? A breakout the top and a close. We didn't get that. We got a breakout the bottom and a close, and so maybe you took that and won. That's the main thing here. That's the main thing. I gave you the analysis. Hey Sean, how's Sean doing? Back to EU. EU, range high, range low. Need to close out the top. Don't have it yet. Let's take a look at AUD USD. We haven't looked at that yet. The crowns are cool. AUD USD, what's going on here? Let's go back. Looks like we're at a level of support right now. That seems to be our range. So I'd probably want to get a break out the top. Do we have a break and close anywhere? UJ, sure, let's look at UJ. Do we have a break and close on UJ? No, no break there. We only have really the break here on Nasdaq. Go to a US 30. No break there. We got the break on gold, but it was a downward break, and I really didn't feel like selling gold. I wanted to break out the top, close. So I don't have that yet. BTC is a good setup. I have never done a Bitcoin trade. Okay, what do we got on Bitcoin? Jeez. Range high. Might have missed the setup already. Look, we had the close and the entry already happen. Okay, so we have our range high. We have our range low. We have the break. We need to have a pullback now. Where would we want the pullback? Well, we do have a level of demand right here. So maybe we would want that pullback to come to the level of demand for an entry on Bitcoin. Do I want to trade Bitcoin? Not really, but I do have to do something. Someone wants to short it. I'd be looking more to buy off of this level right here, off of demand, if I was doing anything. But I'm not sure. US CAD looks good, does it? US CAD is breaking out. Got that retest the top of the range. I love that top of the range retest. I'm really going to start testing that in my robot. It's a bit choppy here with some pretty big candles, so I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I guess you could say, look, we are at a bit of a resistance level right now. Maybe it will pull back, but I don't really have real entry that I love. Because you could say right here was the recent support. So I guess if price came back to the bottom of the range here, I could potentially get into some sort of a setup. Shout out to everybody in chat, 1,381 people. I hope I have 1,381 likes. If I do, I'd be very happy, and I love you for that. Thank you. Back to Nasdaq. Sure, let's go back to Nasdaq. Nasdaq, I've been waiting for a pullback. It hasn't happened. Look, it's already getting to my profit. I showed you my robot, my trading robot right here that uses this strategy. Already won this trade on Nasdaq. It entered right there on the candle close. So you see that candle close, and then my robot shot up and it won that trade. The TWP breakout EA version 1. Well, there's going to be a lot of versions before you get your hands on that thing, let me tell you. You actually choose the entry for the robot. So you can be like, I want the range high, or I want the range midline, or I want that range low, and it'll actually set it up just like that. Or it'll even enter on the candle close. It's really cool. GJ, NU, let's go NU. Got a lot of NU wins on stream. All right. There's some support there. Some support there. That's support from a long time ago, though, folks. That's an old support. I don't know if we could trust that old support, but that's kind of all we have, isn't it? So I think we could scalp it up, but we do have a trend line. So gonna need a break of that trend line right there. Gonna need this. We're gonna need a candle to come up, break the trend line, and then close above the range, and then pull back and then enter. So there's a chance on NU there. That's not bad. Let's go back to EU for Agent Gold. What are we looking at for EU? EU, we need to close out the top here. We don't have a close out the top, so don't really have anything on EU until I get that close out the top. If you get a close out the bottom, I don't know if I'm that interested, because we are at support. Price would be a little bit exhausted to sell. All right, we'd want to sell from the top. I guess if price were to close out the bottom here and then come back to the top of the range, maybe you could trade it down. Maybe we catch an entry off of our EMA. That could be a potential move for us. That would be fine. Let's take a look at your CAD again. And holding this trend line, you can see still respecting that trend line. Gonna need that trend line break. What else do we have on there? That's similar. Could always sell this too. We could always sell this one down. Do have a pretty good level of resistance right there, eh? So this level seems to be respected. Use this level here as support, now using it as resistance. So that could be a sell if we get a close out the bottom. We have opportunities for both on your CAD this morning, so that looks all right. Could we sell S&P 500? How do I look for buy or sell using the orb? So really it's based on the resistance and all of the things. So it's like we have the trend line here, we have the EMA. Those things are telling me I want to sell. Now if we get the break out the bottom here, that's going to tell me we want to sell. The distance from the resistance to the support, if the price is up here, we're going to want to sell, right? So it's just all of those things. You'll notice as I go through every single chart, I try to make my decisions exactly what I'm thinking with my process. I haven't had a trade yet this morning, but looking to get into something. GJ, I see nothing here. This is a huge move down. You can see maybe that's a bear flag and maybe it's going down. You know, you see like this, right? A lot of bear flag action, but I'm not trading bear flags necessarily. It's just there's so much distance, you know. It's like exhausted price. It could keep going down, obviously, but That's a hard one for me to jump on because it's already gone down so far. And then if it pulls back, it's like, yeah, of course, obviously it was going to pull back. It's the market, right? So you got to be careful. Gold. Let's take a look at gold. Took a look at NQ here. I had a limit order set up on NQ. I should have entered right there at the range top, but I just didn't see a real reason to enter at the range top. You could see here where my entry was, and you say, why did you enter, would you want to enter here? It's because we had, you know, this area is used as support a little bit, and then it was definitely used as resistance here and resistance here as we got some bigger pushes to the downside, and then we had a reaction on this candle right there to that level. So maybe, I think I was just a bit late, but it's possible we could still get into this one. Bit of a trend line right here, broke out of that, and we're shooting up. So we'll see what we can get here. I'm still looking. AUD JPY, did we get a close here? Has this been a pair that I've looked at already? We've got to close out the bottom on AUD JPY, but let me just take a look at that pair spread. That pair spread is below 1 right now. It's not a good spread. You can see right there, it's about 5. So it's not a bad spread, 4, 5, 4, 5. Don't want to catch it at 6 or 7. Don't want to catch it at 7. Anything below 7 feels good there. It's at 3, 7. I don't want to catch it at 7 or 8. You can see it's bouncing quite a bit here. But so what would I do on this one? I would sell this one for sure. I would sell this one. Where would I sell it from? What's a good level? That's the question. Well, we've got real level of supply right there. We have a little bit level right here. This level used as support. Now using this level as resistance. So could we enter a sell from the top of the range? Yeah, we could. We could enter a sell at the top of the range. Now, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, I don't really trade this pair very much, so I don't have a big feel for it. I'm also thinking, but let's pull that up as a potential, and US CAD, let's pull up as a potential as well. US CAD for a quick one here. Rejecting off of that level. I would want more of a pullback here. This thing's so damn choppy. This thing's so damn choppy. I'd have to get in down low. I'd have to get into the bottom of the range and then trade to the top of the range. So I don't know if that's gonna come. Let's look at AJ as a possibility here. I would sell this down. So this is probably what I would do on AJ. Now again, not a great setup to follow, folks. Not a great setup. Not loving my setups today. This would be, again, probably C+. Not the best setup that we have here on AJ. Don't have the best setups this morning. Australian dollar, US dollar broke the orb. Let's take a look at that. Broke the orb out the bottom. Well, we're not really interested in that, are we? We've already come all the way down. We're at the bottom of what? Our macro range. We're at the bottom of our macro range, and we're also what? At the bottom of the micro range. So that's not a trade I want. I wanted to close out the top because I want the price to trade within the range, because price normally trades within the range over 80% of the time. Very, very smart way to trade. AJ. Are we rejecting off of the bottom of the range here? Possibly. Am I going to be able to get a pullback here? Maybe. I do have a limit order set here for the sell. So if we come into here, I'm into this trade, and I have a limit order set on NQ. If we came back here, I think I'm pulling my NQ. So I dropped my NQ limit. That's done. I think it took off. I think the pullback is too severe now. So I'm off of this potential, but you know, if it starts pulling back, maybe I'll reset the limit. We'll see, but that's it for now. Let's go back to AJ. AJ, I'm waiting for a pullback to this level right here. My spread's a bit bigger than I would like, but whatever. We're protected by supply. We're protected by EMA. Fib. Okay, from here to here. Look at that. Pretty much right at 50% from the swing high here. So decent level, decent level. This is, again, this is not the best setup, but it is the setup that we are hoping to get into this morning for our first trade of the day. Going for 3 straight wins. We had 11 straight wins, and then I lost on that 12th trade by being a bit greedy, which sucked, but that is part of trading. Good morning, Dreams. It's good to see you. How are you? Doing well. Dreams, you got to get one of these crowns. You can see people have the crowns now. Oil. Let's take a look at oil for you. You got a crown, so I'm listening to you. Top fans. Yeah, this thing's nuts. It is now at another area of demand. So it's possible this could have been scalped up from here. Getting a decent reaction. There's probably some buyers in this level. You can see we wicked pretty hard there, so this could flip up, definitely. Is it a trade that I'm going to take right now? Not really. Look at this. Whoosh! That's really come down this morning. Bit scary, if you ask me. Here we are on AJ, trying to get in right here. Sensei, you want me to take a look at gold? Gold, I was more interested in buying this morning. This is at a demand level as well here, but I was looking for a candle close out the top on gold, so I'm not really interested in talking about that too much. Yeah, I met a German guy yesterday, Dreams. There was a older gentleman walking around the neighborhood taking pictures, and I said, "What the hell are you doing in my neighborhood taking pictures, old geezer?" And then he was like, "Oh, I'm from Germany." And I was like, "Oh crap, I'm sorry, I yelled at you and almost beat you up." Almost kicked his ass. Ended up shaking his hand. I said, "Welcome to Canada." I like the crowns too. We got to get everybody a crown in here. What will be the cost of the robot? I'm not sure, but it won't be cheap, because I'm going to have a Discord community as well. So I'm going to have people managing the Discord community, and they can share their settings and all this stuff. So every single week, I'm hoping that there's going to be people in the Discord being like, "I really like Nasdaq on this entry model with this moving average," and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I'm hoping that like I can get the robot set up on a VPS today on like a bunch of live accounts. I've been doing some testing like crazy off stream, and when I get it test on some live accounts, then maybe after a month of live results, I could say, all right, this thing's ready to rock. Usually I want like 6 months of live trades, but I really want to get this thing to you. I really want everyone to have it. It's going to be awesome. Waiting for my entry here on AJ this morning. I don't think I've ever traded AJ on stream, so not sure exactly how this is going to go, but I'm hoping that we could trade within our range a little bit here, you know, trade within our range. And you can see that is my micro range, and then I also have my macro range, which is about this right here. And it does look like we're back within our range this morning, so hopefully we could scalp within this range a little bit here. This area right here was used as support. Now that's used as resistance, so that is my entry area. Now there is a pretty big fair value gap. Well, it's mostly filled now, but you can see there's a fair value gap right there, so that might be a better entry. At the EMA, you can see this EMA might hold here, but we'll see. I think I'm going to try and get into the trade where I'm getting into the trade at this support, and we could be protected by the EMA, and we could be protected by the supply zone right there. So we have a couple of reasons to get into this trade now. Again, this is not the best trade that I've had, but hopefully we could get a reaction and trade within our range. Yeah, just see if we could get to 3 wins in a row. I'll be entering this trade at 22 lots. Definitely do not copy me. Do not copy the trade. This is education only, not financial advice. Be safe out there. Only trade what you can afford to lose. All right, folks? His English was pretty good, Dreams. His English was pretty good. If it wasn't, I would have kicked his ass. You can't speak English? Get out of my country. Alright, maybe not that. That seems a bit rude. I'm not actually a fighter. I'm a lover. Hey, Muff. What's going on, Muff? Are you going to tell me not to take this trade? I remember you from yesterday. Talking trash. I love Germany. Patrick, what's up? Yeah, I'm happy Muff is back. You know, Muff took a beating yesterday. We were brutal to Muff, and he's back, so we know he's tough. Our girl Sarah, yeah, I don't know if Sarah's here yet. Sarah's always showing up somewhere. Can I look at NU? I could look at NU. Look, we didn't get into our trade yet. Flipped. Look, we would have been TP1 on this damn thing. So maybe I had my entry a little too early, but damn, I would have been TP1'd already if I got in. All right, what the hell? Someone just asked me. Oh, there's Sarah's always here. Much love to Sarah Khalifa. She's a top fan. I don't know why she doesn't have a crown. Somebody give her a crown. Before I give her a crown, before I lay a crown upon her head, if you know what I mean. That's a Arrested Development reference. If you know Arrested Development, one of the funniest 3 seasons of a TV show of all time, the first 3 seasons. Definitely watch it on Netflix. Simping time for Sarah, absolutely. Oh, sorry that your back pain is back. Where is your back pain? Lower back, higher back? Let's take a look at US CAD. People are talking about US CAD. Why can't I find anything? My eyes suck today. So US CAD, we're getting this pullback right here. I hate this entry though. It's such, look at this weird chop, huh? Sucks. It's a weird chop here. That's why I want to enter at the bottom, because it's chopping so much that, like, if it does chop down, hopefully it'll chop up and contain the range. So there's my entry on US CAD. If it comes, it comes. And if I also come, I mean, like, into the trade. What is he talking about? This is disgusting, chat. It's disgusting. What do I think about ICT? I think that there are some good concepts from ICT, but I do think a lot of it is repackaged, and I think most of it is overly complicated. You watch how I trade, it makes a lot more sense. And it's like, here I am trading live on stream, and I am 25-5. Pause. Pause. And I'm like 83% win rate on stream doing this thing. So it's like, you know, I can do it. It's proven, and it's like simple concepts. You know, obviously I'm looking at fair value gaps, right? I'm looking at gaps like this one right here. That's a ICT concept, a smart money concept. But it's like, I just pick and choose a couple of things that I like. Some of the advanced models like SMT and all this stuff is really just quite annoying, to be honest. And I don't know if it's viable long term. I know the way I trade is viable long term because I have traded it long term. I've proven it to myself. I don't know if the ICT concepts have necessarily been proven long term. So it's interesting, you know, like it may work for you. My strategy is the strategy that I'm trading on stream right now. It's actually I have a video out if you want to watch it. It's a long form video. It's called One Strategy for Scalping or something. I just put it out recently. I don't think I'm trading GER 30, but I could take a look for you if you want. I'm gonna have to add this to my watch list. People, the lots of Jermies in here. Whoa. That's a nice looking candle. Definitely got a range break there. Where would I enter? Holy crap, guys. Holy crap. Did you enter this trade, guys? Did you enter this trade? Did anybody enter this GER 30? Holy smokes, that's a nice candle. You got a level of demand right here. But I don't know if you pull back to there. That's a strong pullback. Maybe you're a top of the range test. And again, look at the top of the range test right there. Awesome entry. Such an awesome entry. So you get the close, and then you wait for the top of the range test on indices. That works so well. I can't wait to program. My robot's going to take that. I'm going to set my robot on that, and I'm going to Let it fly, baby. AJ? AJ came close to my entry, didn't it? All right. We're close on AJ, and we're looking at US CAD. These are the two that I'm looking at right now, hoping the price contains within the range. Two potential setups this morning. Maybe I enter one, maybe I enter both. Don't love catching the big candle like that, but I might catch it with my teeth. Like that. And my teeth. Drinking too much coffee this morning, acting a little bit strange, chat. Yes. All right, people want me to look at gold. Thank you for the likes. I like all the likes because I like you. I love the community. Gold. Yeah, gold. Guys, I've told you 100 times. Gold. Want the close. Top of the range. I need a price to close out the top of the range and then pull back and enter here, and then I win. That's what I need on gold. We are a long ways away from that. So let's go back to AJ. Let's go back to UCAD. UCAD. I like buying the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. I never really believe in the strength of the Canadian dollar that much because I live in Canada, and so I follow our government and the Bank of Canada closely. And you know, when you're watching your own government, you always think poorly of it. Is, you know, the same thing if you live in whatever country you live in. You always think poorly of your government because the news covers the government, and the news is always like the government sucks, you know? So that's just kind of the way it is. So I'm always kind of biased towards the US dollar over the Canadian dollar, although I definitely hear a lot of news about Trump as well. I try to avoid a lot of the rhetoric, you know? I don't really care, you know? It's so annoying, the American stuff with the immigration and all that crap. It's absolutely insane because it's like one side's just going to argue with the other side, but then like the one thing they all agree on is spending money. They just want to spend so much damn money, which, hey, man, that's gonna weaken your currency, and that's gonna weaken your purchasing power. Waiting for pullbacks on two pairs. This is definitely not an A+. I think both the setups today I'm looking at are C+. Maybe B. Oh, maybe a B-. I don't love either of them, but that's okay. Nigeria is annoying. That's a funny statement. Nigeria is annoying. I'm sure he's talking about the government, but that just reads funny, doesn't it? I'm not getting in trouble with your president. I love everything that he does. He's the best. He's always the best. And if you don't think he's the best, then you're gay. I'm not going to finish that one because I'll get in trouble. He's so happy. He's gay. He's happy. He's gay. And when I say happy, I mean he's gay. Right there it is. Close to my entry here on AJ. Might trigger into this one soon as I go for 3 wins in a row. These are C+ setups or B- setups. Benta Kush, I'm sending you all the way back to Kenya. You're going back. You're going back. We don't want you here anymore, Benta Kush. You don't contribute to society at all. You're going back. Indices, it does seem like the breakout works way better on indices, or at the very least, the top of the range. But I'm going to back test all that. I have the robot, so the robot can back test all that now. So I can go back, let's say 2 months, and I can say, let's try this entry on Nasdaq. And I can back test that in 3 minutes, and I'll know the exact win rate, and then I can decide if I want to do that live on stream. So the robot should actually help my stream performance as well. Although, how can you help a performance that's 83.3%, 25 wins, 5 losses? Come on. Well, another Arrested Development. Come on. Whew. Waiting on US CAD entry, waiting on AJ entry. Coming close on the AJ entry right here. in Minnesota with all of these Somalians, right? I thought it was more Somalians than Kenyans where you're at. What's going on, Ken? Good to see you. GBP is crashing hard, huh? Yeah, that news screwed me on my free trade. Minnesota is basically Canada, right? You got the high taxes, and then you got Tampon Tim, don't you? I don't like Tampon Tim. I don't think we need tampons in the washrooms. That's a big tampon. And you may be getting into a nice range. Yeah, I don't know if I care. I'm like inches from my entry right here, so I'm kind of focused on this one, guys. That's all right. That's all right. I do appreciate you calling me daddy. That I do like. The entry price on, it's on your chart right there. 94396 or 394, one of those two. 396. We'll see if I get it. We do have some small candles, some slow candles. This is a bit of a weak level of supply, so I wouldn't call it much, wouldn't be like this is much of a supply. Is gold crossing up yet? Nah, gold's still hanging down. Now it's respecting bottom of the range and EMA. Retest there, sell. Decent option, but a bit exhausted. Come on, baby. Let's get going. That's all right, Khaled. It's all right to miss a trade here and there. This is the one that I've been waiting on. This is the one that I have a little tummy coming right here. What's going on with my tummy? I gotta hit the gym today, huh? Back's better. Gotta do some lifting. Gotta do some stretching. Oh, gotta do that yoga. My second channel, Yoga with Pat. Who's gonna do yoga with Pat? I am a true athlete. Come on, let's trigger in here. The slow movement here, you know, that does bode well for the type of scalp that I'm doing, you know. Candles like this one right here and this one right here kind of scare my strategy, but kind of small candles like these candles, little choppy little things, this is pretty good for the strategy because it means that we are more likely to contain within what? Our micro range, Not the microwave, guys, not the microwave. I know what you're thinking. Let's heat up some food. Come on. We're close here. Magic City Trader. The last full video on my channel, the last long form video on my channel has my complete strategy. It's an awesome lesson. I think it has about 65,000 views, something like that. So easy to find. It's the last one. You can watch that long form video. Maybe you put that on the side while you have the live stream open. Don't leave the live stream. You know, watch both. Back testing. Yeah, maybe I'll show you some back testing. Yeah, Trump is going crazy today. Shout out to Ahmed. Ahmed. That's a name that I don't like. Don't like the name Ahmed. Send him back. Where's Ice? I take Ahmed, I say, take that kafia, get out of my country. All right, we're close to trigger here. We are close to triggering. I'm not saying that. It's Trump saying that. I use Trump when I want to say funny things that I would like to make jokes of myself. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Oh, no. Look. Don't shoot down yet. We're right here. Tap me in. Tap me in, please, first. Thank you. Well, a lot of people like the Trump. People definitely like the Trump. You got triggered? Damn it, Mark. With your bad back, you're going to win this trade. I'm not going to win this trade. Well, if you're in this trade, Take a TP1 here at the bottom of the orb. All right, take your TP1 right here. I think I got a chance still to get back into this thing, but if it comes down here, TP1 that. Set your break even, ride it down. Hopefully I get into this trade. Yeah, we don't like Donald Trump. Of course not. No one likes Donald Trump. I just like him. I like that he's funny. You know, I like the humor. And I'm a white guy, so it works for me. I don't like those kefiyas. Those kefiyas are gross. Get off of the streets. Who told you that you're white guy? I don't know. $1,400 people in here. Let's go. We got people in the chat. Everyone's hitting that like button ever since I've been doing the Trump. I've been doing the Trump all day. I like that there's so many people joining my stream, but I don't like the Arabs so much. Not me, just Trump. I love the Arabs. Trade with Pat Arabic channel is available. Will I trigger into this trade? Will I just... Edwin, you stop yawning. We're having fun. All right, I'm into the trade. Let's see what we can do here. Let's trade within our range, hopefully. Relax. Trigger me in. Let's push down now. Let's sniper entry. We haven't had a sniper entry in a while. Let's hope that we could trade within our micro range, not the microwave. I told you. What is our micro range? The micro range is this right here. Okay, that's our micro range. Got to stop double clicking that. It's pissing me off. And then our macro range is this right here. Okay, so that is what we're looking at right now. We're into the trade, minus about 120 right now. Didn't get the best spread on my entry. Going against me a little bit right here, but let's see when we pull back. This is a decent pullback level. I don't want to see a break here. I want to see a pretty strong reaction to the downside soon. Down about 160, down 130. We're going for 3 wins in a row. This is a trade that I said was, I believe, a C+ setup. C+, so not the best stream trade that I've had. Really just hoping for containment within the range high and the range low. If we could contain within there, we're looking pretty good. We also have the EMA right here to help contain price, so there's quite a few aspects here that are going to hopefully contain the price and have it reverse, okay? No guarantee, might spike up before we come down. That happens sometimes, but are hoping today to get ourselves just a bit of an easier entry here. 1,400 people, no SL set, no take profit set. If you watch me, you would know that I don't set take profit and I don't set stop loss. If I'm watching the trade, I'm watching the trade. You know, I'm watching it. I'm here, I'm alive. I don't need to be setting anything. I just want to see price contain, okay? We want to see price contain in the range. If it does that, we'll be able to get a win. We have our EMA right here. Price can bounce off that as well. We are 25-5 on stream. This is not financial advice. This is education and entertainment purposes only. Now, we want to keep seeing a reaction off of this level. We want to see it wick down off of this level, and then I'll be happy. You can see this is kind of a bit of a range right here as well, so that could be a second profit level. But let's see if we could get a reaction first. Down 380, not getting the reaction that I want immediately out of the gate here, but we're looking at small candles, so this thing is going to crawl along for us. Ooh, baby. Let's see what we could do today. Let's see what we could do. Okay, I don't like the looks of that. Maybe we could have entered off of the EMA entry. Maybe that would have been a sharper entry. But we are waiting. We're holding. We'll see what we could do. This thing is breaking through on me, sadly. I don't like the looks of that. Let's see. Zoom in on this sucker on my other charts. take a look and see what I'm looking at exactly. Definitely do not want to close above that level. We got about 3.5 minutes, right? We want to contain here, or we want to contain here. So we definitely do not want to have a candle close above this level, and we don't want to have a candle close above this level. If we get either of those things, we might be in trouble on this trade. Again, this was a bit of a C+ setup, not my best setup, but we didn't have too much this morning. Hopefully we start getting that reaction down right now. I'm also going to take US CAD though. So I'm going to get into 2 this morning so that I have 2 to watch. So if the other trade isn't going well, I can at least watch this trade. Hoping to keep my record intact. Yeah, let's get some W's in the chat. Let's get some likes. Let's get some clappies. Really want a reaction soon here, though. I don't like what I'm seeing just yet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles. We're due for a red candle, and it'll be hopefully a big red candle that carries us all the way down to a first take profit. That's what I'm hoping for here. That is what I am hoping for here. Getting a reaction off of that EMA now, a pretty strong push down. Really want to contain the zone. Really want to contain within where? Within our micro range, right? So we've got our micro range, we have our macro range. Now we're not selling at the discount we wanted, which is why this is a C+ setup. But C+ setups can win too. B setups can win too. Really got to reject here though. Really got to reject here. As we watch this trade play out, you know, maybe I did too much Trump impression here and lost focus of what I was doing, but I still like my level. And -6, -5. Let's push this to -4, -3, please. -2. Let's get to break even soon, please. And let's also go ahead and take a look at my US CAD. We're potentially getting an entry at the bottom of the range here, right? Expecting price, hopefully, in this one to trade within the micro range, which would get me a nice win here. So we'll see if that pulls back soon. In the meantime, struggling a little bit with my AJ entry right away. Now I don't actually have an SL on this thing, so I could pull that up, pull that down, doesn't really matter as I'm managing this open trading position. That was a really good reaction off of the EMA. That was a really good reaction off of the EMA. Let's put that trade where I wanted it. Damn, that was a nice reaction. So we are back into the range. That's a nice candle. I called that too. I said, hey, let's see the big candle, right? I said, let's see a big candle. That's a good reaction. Come on, let's push. So I'm now at 300 profit. Let's get ready for this push to continue, please. Let's bring more sellers in. Awesome stuff. That looks really nice right there. Let's get ready for a TP1 around there at about 7. Something like this at first. See what we could get here. Hopefully we could continue to the bottom of our range. That was a hell of a candle, you know, and it's great that it closed back in the range. So we rejected off the EMA and we rejected off the top of the range. That's a good sign for the trading position that we could potentially push down and get a scalp back at the bottom of the range. Let's see if these sellers can stay in control. We're pushing back up a little bit right here, flirting with break even, but I don't have break even set. Back to break even. I'd like to see some more red candles. That was just an absolutely awesome excuse me, that was an awesome move right there. But now we're back to break even, sadly. Was really hoping to continue that down. Maybe we just get a candle flip and we push back down now. Come on now. Oh, come on. Let's get more sellers in here. Let's contain our range. I was getting very excited. I was starting to talk take profit here. This is an AJ trade. And I have had some bad luck on Japanese yen pairs on stream. So I'm always a bit nervous in a Japanese yen trade. Hopefully we can resist our entry here a little bit, wick off of this level, flip back down. I was at a few $100s in profit, which was nice. Now I'm sitting around minus 100, so we'll see. We've got some time on this one. I don't want to see these big candles, though, that's for damn sure. All right, let's see. What do we have? Something like that. That's what it looked like originally. That's what it looks like now. What's wrong? What's wrong with my risk reward? What's wrong with your risk reward? Get out of the chat, loser. Oh man, I'd like to see you win 11 in a row in front of 2,000 people. Get out of here. US CAD, let's take a look. Yeah, waiting for pullback here to enter still on US CAD. There's my entry there. AJ's flipping against me again. Hopefully we could reject. Jeez, these candles are going crazy on AJ all of a sudden. Down 700. Shoot. Yeah, JPY really goes crazy on my stream. Just having a hard time predicting the Japanese yen. This again was a bit of a C+ setup here, so it wasn't the best setup, but I still like it. I still feel like we should reject off of this level and come back down. Hopefully trade within what? Trade within our micro range. We got about a minute and a half. We do not want to see a close above the EMA. We don't want to see a close above the range. So hopefully we can reject off and come back into our range with the close at the very least. That's a good rejection to start. But we have to come down much, much further than that. Much, much further than that to get back into the range, right? Range is right here. We want to have the price come into the range. Then we could trade within the range for a while and we'll be all right. Yeah, well, don't actually copy my trades. This is not financial advice. This is education and entertainment only. I don't want you to copy my trades. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Much love. Shout out to Khaled for winning his trade. Wow, 1,500 people in here. You know, whenever I'm like about to lose a trade, it goes crazy. Everyone joins here. There you go. I want to see Pat finally lose. Well, it might happen. I'm getting absolutely boned on this trade right now. But I'm hanging out with it. Whatever. I'll let it go a couple G's. And maybe US CAD, I'll make it up on this one. Down 900 right now. Yikes. Tough one, tough one. Tough day. Closed above the EMA, closed above the range. We are in trouble. We are in trouble here, folks. God, I gotta stop trading Japanese yen. It's the only pair that's... The Japanese pairs always screwed me. Whoever told me to look at AJ, screw off. Get out of the chat. Always below the Japanese yen. It's like I have only 5 losses on stream, and I feel like 3 of them are freaking Japanese yen. Give 5 best rules to trade supply and demand. Go watch one of my videos, man. That's so much work. I'm trading here. I don't have time to give you a full supply and demand lesson. I'm absolutely getting smoked on this trade. I'm getting rinsed. What a terrible trade. What a terrible trade. All right, US CAD, you got to win me back. Let's watch you instead. Lots on 22 and 27 on these trades. These are huge trades, man. And I had a gold win this morning in my VIP room, so at least my VIP room won this morning. US CAD better win. I'm about to trigger in US CAD. Something better happen. All right, I'm in US CAD. Let's see if we can get this one going. Come on, baby. Gotta get a reaction somewhere. Someone's gotta help me out. Gotta get a reaction somewhere. Please, baby, please, baby, please. Is this my day or not? I've had a lot of success on stream, so hoping that continues. Okay, US CAD, let's push up a little bit here. We are rejecting a little bit on AJ off of the supply, so that was another level of defense that we had there. US CAD rejecting here, that's pretty good. I'm gonna take profit 1 if I can get to back to my EMA, I think something like that. For a 1.5 RR. So hopefully we can get back to that EMA. Got a good sniper entry on this one. Much better entry than I got on AJ. 200 and minus 1500. So hit a tough spot today. You know, haven't had this happen much on stream before, sadly. Usually we are winning on stream, so not used to seeing big choppy negative numbers. Not used to seeing that at all. Hopefully we get that sniper entry and we trade within our range on UCAD. But we're doing what we do, baby. We're gonna hold on. It's 11 o'clock. I'll be on stream for another hour or so as we work our way through some of these trading positions and hopefully scalp into some profits. I am definitely not looking at gold right now, buddy. I have 2 open trades right now, and that's about 50 lots, right? I'm risking thousands of my own dollars, okay? So I'm sorry I can't analyze your pairs right now. You're gonna have to check out another stream if you need pair analysis. Sorry, I have to focus on my trades because I am trading thousands of dollars, okay? You do what you do. Oh my God, is this going against me too? What a crappy day. What a crappy day. I just can't get a break today. Am I gonna double loss? What the hell's happening to me? Clean up. Let's go. Yes, I'm definitely grumpy when trade is not smooth. Bros gambling. Muff, get the hell out of here. Why are you complaining every stream? You were here yesterday. You were complaining yesterday. Just leave if you're gonna complain. I don't want your negativity here, man. I'm down 2 grand. I don't need your negativity. I'm trying to win trades right now. Muff is always annoying me. I'll just ban you eventually. Stop complaining or get out of here. This is a positive only zone. Well, you're annoying me. You're doing something, so shut up. Come on, baby. Let's get into some wins. All right, good. Apology accepted. Oh, I hate these trades. I'm gonna walk. Oh. Alrighty, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Just getting some coffee. Probably gonna have to pull out on AJ. Another level of supply up here. I'm just gonna have to hold on to this one for a little bit. I'm up huge on this trading account, so if I lose what's this, about 3K here, if I lose that, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna let it ride. I need some resistance somewhere, and then maybe if I can resist and then come down, I can get out at break even or something on this one, but I gotta hold. Yes, we do need Naomi. We are having a tough day. This is the worst day we've ever had on stream. We've really never even had a bad day on stream, so this is the one where it's testing me. I just can't seem to get it right here. Usually my range holds. I've got good micro range here. I've got good macro range here. So, you know, buying at my discount or buying at a good price. You know, let's take a look. Buying well below 50%. I'm discounted here. Should get a reaction from my range bottom. Just screwing me today. I don't know what, the price action just doesn't want to go my way today. If that's the case, that's the case. Hey, the haters are going to be here. Haters are haters. But the people that are saying that I'm gambling are stupid. I've been trading for 16 years. Yeah, there's NFP week and something, you know, it's not always going to work either. You know what I mean? Like, what are we, 25-5? That was not going to last forever. There's going to be some losses on stream. That's just part of life. Plus, look, there's 1,400 people in here, so I guess they like that I'm 40. I guess they like that I'm losing because we got more people in here than usual. Yeah, I'm worth over 10. See, this account is about 40 in profit, so it's not a big deal. Since I started the stream, it's about 40K in profit, and it's one of my smaller accounts, so if I lose a few K, I lose a few K. I'll get it back tomorrow. I'll get my back fixed. All right, when I'm in BC, I'll come. I'll see you. My brother lives in BC, so when I go visit him, I'll come and get my back fixed by you. There we go. Come on, let's see some action here on UCAD. Let's see some buyers. We've got a lot of big red candles. We've had a lot of big green candles. It's big candles on UCAD pretty much everywhere. So hopefully UCAD can give me something, make up some of the AJ loss that I'm dealing with right now. Just taking a look at multiple monitors right now, looking at the top monitor. Yeah, let's go to 26-5, please. Been a bit of a tough morning here, guys. Been a bit of a tough morning, but that is trading. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You gotta understand that is what it is. Hopefully we can flip positive and get some sort of a win here, get something positive, but I'll be hanging out for another hour with you, so let's get back to the charts and see what we're seeing. Rejecting off of my entry here on UCAD, pissing me off a little bit. What can you do? Yeah, I'm in Ontario. Oh, Manitoba, that rules. Shout out to Manitoba. I love GBP USD for Fury. Just take a look at the time. Make sure you pick a ranging time, 1 hour per day. You'll do great. Do I add to my losing trade? No, not really. rejecting off of this level. It's a decent level. Like, come on. Where's my sniper entries at today? Down pretty big right now. Windsor, shout out to Windsor, Nadeem. Hope you're enjoying the stream, Nadeem. Stream, Nadeem. So we filled the fair value gap on AJ. Hopefully we are going to push down off of that level now. Hoping we could push up on UCAD a little bit here. Really fighting both of the trades that I'm in right now. I've never had 2 losing trades on stream. Never once. And I've only had losing days, I think, 2 times. Maybe 2 streams I've had a losing day ever in all of the streams we've done. So we are due for losers every once in a while. Yesterday we were 2-0, 2 wins, 0 losses on oil. Today we are sitting at break even on one and pretty big down on the other. So just from the Hamilton area in Ontario. Check the news. Let's go ahead and take a look at the news. People keep telling me to look at the news. Pull up the news here. This is the news that we're looking at. What is it? Wednesday, 8:15 a.m. We are past that news, so we should be okay. Thursday, we have a lot more news. Tomorrow is going to be much more difficult to trade, which, you know, how could something be more difficult than today? I'm getting my ass kicked. You know, luckily, I did win my VIP trade this morning, which is what matters most because people pay to be in the VIP room. You know, over 1,100 people in here, and we won our nice gold trade this morning, hit our TP1, then came down, and you could see here we just missed TP2. Look, we came down to entry price by about $1, and then we went up to TP2. So that trade could have been even better. That one I sent on the 15-minute time frame today. If you want to join VIP, the link to that is in the description. I know you're going, why would I join VIP? You're in 2 losers right now, but these are not VIP trades. The VIP trades are always what? A or A plus setups. On stream, I don't always take the best setups. This setup right here is a C plus, and the AJ trade was a C plus as well. So these are not the best setups, but hey, it's educational and it's entertainment. And yes, I am trading this on a live account with a few 100K in it. But that doesn't mean that you should be following me or doing what I do. Just, you know, understand that you have to do what you want to do in your trading. All right. Sorry, owner official. I'm not looking at other pairs right now. I have to manage the 2 trades that I have open, hoping that UCAD can punch it. Punch it. Punch it. Come on, baby. UCAD, make up for that stupid AJ trade. Make up for it, baby. Come on. Is Muff still talking trash? Okay, I'm going to have to ban you, Muff. I'm sorry, brother. We just can't have that negativity. See you later. Time out. See you in 24 hours. This is positive chat only. So if you're a positive person, then you're welcome to chat. If you're a negative person, get the hell out of the way. There's no negativity, right? You know, I didn't make over $10 million in my life being negative. Thanks, Brett. Much love. Yeah, I gave Muff is not banned, but he's muted for the next 24 hours. I can't focus on this guy. Yesterday he was coming at me like crazy, and then we won. And they go, oh, I'm sorry. Sound like my toddler. I'm sorry. Except my toddler's cute. It took me a couple of years to be a profitable trader, like 2 years. But I was like kind of profitable using robots in like the first few months. So in many ways, I'm actually better with robots than I am manual trading. because I've managed, you know, millions with robots over the years. So it's like, I like the combination of my manual trading with the robot sort of thing, right? When you get a feeling how the machine works. And obviously I will be releasing a robot soon with the exact same strategy that is used here. And we're going to have a Discord and a community where everyone can share their settings and what they're doing with the robot. Looks like we're doing all right here. Finally getting a big candle on UCAD. I'm going to be looking for TP1 on this one at around $1,000, so that might be around there. And then hopefully we could carry TP2 up. Let's see if we can have this candle come all the way up here. Do we have a trend line? Are we dealing with trend line issues? It doesn't look like we have much of a trend line here to deal with. If we do, we've already broken through it, so that's a good sign. Let's see if we can have this thing push up, get me up into some profit and eat into the current loss that I have open. I don't really like that CRT. Again, that stuff is so complicated. You know, some of the SMC concepts are all right. No, I can't look at gold. I have 2 open trades that I have to monitor. You know, if these trades finish up, then I can take a look at your pairs, but until then, can't do it. Sorry, guys. No, I cannot look at gold. I just answered that. I grade a setup based on how many confluences that I have and based on just the current price action. So I want to have a lot of reasons to take a trade. On these trades, I haven't liked them because I didn't have as many reasons as I liked. At about 600 on UCAD right here, hoping UCAD can be a win, get me to 26.5, and then hopefully push up further. And this AJ one, I'm just kind of trapped in. I'm gonna have to leave that one open. Just see how we do on that. Rejecting a little bit off the mid-range on UCAD right here. Getting a bit of a rejection right there. Don't like the looks of that. Hopefully we could come up and TP here on UCAD. Might have to adjust this trade if it comes further down. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we can push back up on UCAD. Just trying to get a scalp going. Indicators, yeah, well, for the most part, I'm just using free indicators. You know, I've got the EMA right there, and I have my orb right here. Those are the 2 indicators that I like. And then I like to use the Fibonacci. And I also like to use the extension sometimes as well. So if we look at the extension, I would take it from my stop loss to the entry. It gives me a bunch of different profit targets that I could do hitting risk reward ratio levels. So that's something that interests me. Those are the things that I use. I don't really have my own indicator because those are the only indicators that I use and really need at this point. Come on, stop pushing down on me. It's been a tough one here. All right, Mark Ryan. I hope your back feels better, brother. Enjoy your rest. I'll be back on tomorrow. It's going to be a news day. It's going to be a tough day, but hopefully we can do some crazy stuff. No, I'm not going break even on this one. I'm going to trade it. If I'd be out of it already, but jeez, I just can't get a break today. I just can't get a break today, can I? Can't get a break. Thank you, Joe. And you won? Awesome. I'm glad you got a win. I entered the wrong trade. Yeah, this is the same strat that I teach in my last video. Yeah, sorry to hear it, Dan. The chop has been annoying. The price action has been annoying. You know, I didn't send any VIP Forex trades today because I didn't like the action, right? I sent a gold trade today to my VIP room and I won it because I only send A+. You got to understand, when I'm in the stream, I am entertaining and educating, so I am willing to take losses. Come on now. I'll get a break at some point. Yeah, I'm hanging out. I hope you're hanging out with me. I hope you're learning. Well, sometimes I take wrong trades, but you got to understand that, like, I believe in the setups. I believe in I have confidence. Yeah, I love my broker. Been with the broker for well over a year right now. The link to where I trade, the link to my broker is in the video description. That's a SK system. That's spam. So please don't spam. That's spam from some different channel. I'm going to moderate you out. I always believe in my setups. You know, you gotta believe in your setups if you're a trader. I just hope that CAD can do something for me here. I'm hoping that at some point I could get a good reaction. I got pretty close on this candle right here to a take profit. We rejected off of that level. We've pushed back down and going down even further, I'm afraid. It's just a tough one today. That's life. That's life. Oh yes, shout out to you in Montana. Shout out to Montana, beautiful place to live. I take swing trades, day trades, and scalping trades. I've never really watched any of his videos, Martin I. He's a stock trader, I think. I don't trade stocks. Well, I hope you don't blow your funded account. If I was trading a funded account, I'd probably blow it here today too. It's a tough day for me. I just can't seem to get it right. If I'm still negative in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to leave stream and I'm going to watch these off stream. And then I'll update you on my Instagram if that's what happens. I like scalping mostly. I like to scalp. With this strategy is a scalping strategy, and it's my main strategy right now. It's led to just some pretty incredible results in this trading account. Yeah, I didn't like USD CAD either, but I also don't like people that say I told you so, Victor. Yeah, I prefer real accounts. I don't trade funded accounts. But, you know, I can't blame someone that wants to trade funded accounts. I have a lot of capital. So, you know, I can trade, you know, $500,000 accounts tomorrow if I want. This is a $300,000 account. $346,000 balance. So if we go into my account history right here, you can see yesterday I hit a trade for 665. I don't know if you could see that. And you could see the balance on this account is pretty nice. Let me see if I can refresh that. Close that, and I'm going to reopen that. So there we are with the current balance at 346 on a $300,000 account. Okay, so that's where we are right now, down a couple of G's. Down a couple of G's. So it's, you know, the account's up huge, right? The account's up 46. Right now, I'm down about 2 in a couple of trades. So the strategy's working just fine. My trades are working just fine, but today the trades aren't going well. I know I need my baby in here. Shout out to GC from Brampton, as we call it, Bramladesh here in Canada. That's where all the Indians live, but I love my Indians. Sorry about your loss on gold. Not looking at any other pairs, guys. I'm sorry, you're calling for gold. I'm not looking at gold. You'll have to go to a different stream or do your own analysis. I have over 2,600 in floating loss right now, so I kind of have to manage my trades. I hope you understand. Oh, we have the same name baby. That's amazing. Thanks, Giselle. Appreciate that. Much love. All right, fine. I'll look at gold. Why even bother with these charts? They suck. On gold, what I was looking for today, I was looking for a close out the top of my range. Candle close at the top of my range. And then I was waiting for a pullback to probably where it is right about now to get into a trade. So that is what I would have been waiting for on gold. I didn't get it, but I did win this gold trade here this morning before stream. Had a good level of support right here, had a good trend line right there. We broke through the trend line with that huge candle, waited for a bit of a pullback for my entry, got myself a sniper entry, hit TP1, came back here, sadly knocked myself out of break even before we would have hit our TP2 up here. But I made a good amount of coin on my larger trading accounts on that trade today, and I'm absolutely getting murdered on a couple of my trades today. This AJ trade absolutely killing me. Absolutely killing me. Now I think I still have the direction right on this one, so I'm hanging out. I got a terrible risk reward on it now. I'm just gonna have to turn this one into a swing trade, I guess. I'm gonna have to stay with this one off stream. And UCAD, this one's also now going against me. I can't believe it. I don't know what's going on with me today. It's not looking good. If these trades are open in about 10, if I can't get into profit in the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna roll. We do have areas of rejection here and areas of rejection here, so we do have protection on this trade based on recent price action. Recent price action. And you know, from the top up here, we've come all the way down, right? Price should be exhausted here. If it breaks out the bottom and goes against me, that's fine. I am a range bound trader, so I believe in the range holding. We have the macro range right here, and we have our micro range right here, and we're at the bottom of both of those, so we should move up. If we don't, we don't, but the strategy works. Obviously, I've showed you that I've been doing quite well. 25 and 5 on stream. Euro USD, let's take a look for you. Got the breakout the top. Yeah, this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for a breakout the top like that, and then I was waiting for a pullback somewhere. Pull back to the top of the range, or you could pull back to the bottom of the range. The bottom of the range pullback is not working for me today, though, I'm afraid. Really, nothing's working for me today. This is this got to be the worst stream we've had. How is everybody doing in the chat? What are you getting up to today, folks? Chat with me. All we could really do is chat now. We're just kind of watching and chatting. What do you do for work? Oh yeah, what are you working out at the gym today, Alex? Nice, Amjad, I hope you win. On gold, yeah, I was just talking about gold a second ago. I was looking for the breakout of this and then a pullback to where it was. I was saying this is exactly where I would have entered, and you see you got a decent reaction on that. Shot right back up. So obviously a pretty strong zone that I have set up. Bit of a demand level right there. Liquidity below that level right there. Decent setup. US CAD is going against me too. Oh, I can't get a break today. This is a level that has rejected in the past, so hopefully we get some sort of rejection off that level. If not, we have this level right here. Might have to turn these scalps into swing trades. I do still like the direction, so it may take a couple hours, but I do expect the price to maintain in the range. Price trades in a range 80% of the time, so it is high probability. Where do you come to EU? I've never been to Europe. I might come to Croatia or Portugal or Spain, probably for my birthday this year. US 30's coming to the top of the range. That was my level of support right there. Took liquidity below that level. You get a break out of the top of the range right here. Come back to where? Right here. Demand. Come to the demand. Exit top of the range. Take profit too. Right about there. That's a decent setup right there. I hope you like my drawing skills. Oh my gosh. US CAD's killing me too. I can't believe it. And we're pulling this one out too. I'm turning both of these into what? I'm turning both of these into swing trades now. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Alright, I'm down about 4,500 on my trades right now. On the ugliest day I've had on stream now. Again, my account's up big. So, you know, up about 50 on this account. On a $300,000 account. So that's nice. But I need some sort of a reaction here. Jesus, I don't feel like watching these. So, I'll be back tomorrow, I think, guys. This one's ugly today. I'll be back tomorrow. Nah, I'm not at SL yet. I'm going to watch these off stream and manage these. Hopefully we can get this thing going. I'm going to take off. I'm going to watch these off stream. Yeah, I'll stay positive. I just, you know, on stream it's a bit lame to just watch losers. So I'm going to watch these off stream. I'll let you know how it goes on my Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. And follow me on Twitter. I'll update you on these trades. I'll let you know what I'm doing. I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. I'm positive I'm going to have a good day.